Okay.
We're on?
We're
We
back.
are back. Wow. Random Hacks Podcast. Welcome to our guest, Danny Trevor John.
What's up,
Yeah, his
guys?
real name's actually, though, that's his stage name. His real name's Daniel Knott.
Daniel Knott.
Yep.
Short for
Daniel
Daniel
Not Trevor
Funny.
John.
There you go.
Oh,
now
not
all my
funny.
enemies know
Oh,
where to
no.
find me.
I thought you were pretty funny.
My social security number is 555-929.
Okay.
That's a phone number.
Right? I don't have to write it down. They'll send us the file.
That was way too many numbers.
Is
That's
it?
like,
Yeah,
I don't know what my
555-121. I'm going to steal your identity.
That's fine. Go ahead.
And
You
like,
want,
I'll
you
be
want
rich.
$10,000 a day? Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Ah, shit, man.
Actually, will you take it?
You're like, no, you're
Please?
too eager.
Yeah.
You're too eager. Too
yeah.
eager.
I want to be Anna Chambers.
I just want that cool hair.
So you guys
Oh,
know
thank
each
you,
other,
brother.
right?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys have
I mean,
met
how well do
before.
you know each other? But yeah, I know.
And you guys have do stand-up comedy.
We do.
I've heard you. When's the
can
last
attempt.
time you did stand-up comedy?
Before I left Hawaii, so I did a set about a week before my flight up
Oh,
at
okay.
the Comedy University there. So
Oh, okay.
shout out to Jose Dynamite, doing his thing down there. And
Where were you at in what town? What town?
Oahu.
Oh,
yeah,
Oahu,
so,
okay.
Yeah, I was on the leeward side, Kaneohe.
Oh, okay.
We call that the rainy side in Hawaii.
just wherever
Oh
you
no,
are.
the
is the
the windward
sad
side. Windward side. The leeward side is the dry side, actually. So yeah, I was in Oahu and just doing windows. And,
How's the meth?
I don't know. I didn't do too much meth. You know how it goes. You add 1 + 1, and my math is not that good. So.
Perfect answer.
Right. Yeah. No, I can't even do. You know what I like
Sounds
is
like
when
a
the
pimp's
cash
answer.
register, does the meth for me. You know what I mean? And then they just tell me how much change I get. It's really good. I love that kind of.
Oh,
meth.
meth.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Canadian.
That's Canadian. Yeah, you get
Meth, eh?
1.5 meth for your one. You get double. It stretches farther up there.
It's meth poetry.
Meth. Oh my god. No, it's definitely funny. The hobos are a lot more friendly out there, but they don't ask for money.
A lot of ferrets.
ferrets,
When I was there, there was
muskrats.
Oh,
And
there's like-
cats.
there's
Yeah,
ferrets.
because there's no like natural hunters. There's no like hawks that travel
Yeah.
2,400 miles to just like.
I remember I
Yo.
stayed up in the Big Island in a house that had no walls. It was just tarps for walls, and
Oh,
it was in a
cool.
shell of a house.
Yeah.
And they let us
So
stay
there's
there.
a
'cause
tent.
yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
tent, but with
tent with a
with
roof.
wood built up, so there was like bedroom here
Savage.
where it's
Fabulous.
going to be. But
That's all you
I'd get
really
up to
need.
go to the kitchen, and there was a legit kitchen, but it was still open air. And
No,
I'd get up in the
Casey,
middle of the night to get a sandwich, and I'd turn on the light, and it's cockroaches just scattered,
Yeah,
just all over, just hundreds of cockroaches.
considering you said that was a real house, what is your idea of a real kitchen?
Well, it was like there was a counter and a
okay.
refrigerator
There
and
was.
everything, but there was no walls. It was
There
like
was
you
no
could
walls.
walk right in.
How did
Yeah.
it plug in? How did the appliances plug in?
It was
there-
plugged into some power source,
Some
but
power
it was,
It was like the neighbors.
Yeah,
but it was
right?
just like always 75, 80 degrees, so they didn't
Oh,
feel
yeah,
the
you
need to
don't
put
need-
up just a cover, so when it pours down rain,
right.
that it just doesn't. So it's just
Yep.
like a kitchen.
And the rain's like taking a bath there for 20 minutes.
It was
It's just-
incredible,
It
yeah.
showers and it's great.
For
yeah,
me,
bananas. You just grab fucking giant.
oh yeah, bananas are crazy there. There's
Yeah.
like little black bananas.
Yeah, little black
Yeah,
bananas.
and then they're actually,
Papayas.
but they're good. They're like,
Well, they don't work very
Star
hard. They're
fruit,
kind of
star
lazy.
fruit.
They, they make a lot of babies. And
yeah.
stuff. It's a little racism sprinkled in.
Just a sprinkle. Everybody needs a
Sprinkled
sprinkle on top.
No,
right?
it's-
Well, they do have a lot of soul. Those little black bananas.
they do. They can dance like a motherfucker.
Hey.
No, that's not right.
I think a kitchen, as long as it has a good toilet to make wine in, it's a good kitchen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the best The best kitchens have a roommate named Tyrone that you give your cigarettes to, so for protection.
Yeah.
That's the best kitchens.
Yo, man, let me bum a square, dog.
Yeah.
What, trying to play bones for some squares.
Yeah. Balls for some squares. Hey, I heard that's I mean, prison economy is a real thing. My
You heard?
Oh, my buddy's dad in and out of prison. For various.
Buddy's dad.
You guys ever been to jail?
Oh, yeah.
You been to-
Jail's like my favorite place to go because it gives you the illusion of like having friends.
Yeah.
You know, you wake up, you got your buddies, you play, you talk about your past
Right.
crimes. I remember when the
Yeah.
last time I left jail, this cool Mexican dude he was like withdrawing the whole time. He's like, "Hey man, smoke some meth for me when you get out."
He's like thinking
And I
about
was
Right,
like,
and-
"I will."
And go right back in.
Yeah.
I like that because the cool thing about jail is it's kind of like the view. You just kind of sit around and talk, except there is none. There is no view.
There's no view. I
There's-
like
you
it.
Oh,
know
yeah,
what I
no
mean?
view.
So,
I was
I
in
mean,
jail
you just
once,
sit
and
around.
If you've seen the women on the View, there's no view there.
No,
if you know
no.
what I mean.
I was
There.
in jail, King County Jail, one time,
Mhm.
and when I was doing intake there, it takes forever for them to put you in the actual jail. So you go from one room to another room, and
Mhm.
you're waiting.
a pre-jail.
And this young black kid was like, "What's gonna happen to me when I go in there? They're gonna rape me and shit." And I was like, "I don't know, man.
Yes.
It's my first time." And then like we were all in a whole a group court, 20 of us, like one lawyer, so like one at a time. And then we were all trapped in this room, and it was a week later, and he was like, "Yo, man, then I beat his ass." I was like, wow,
He
a week
changed.
ago he was a week in jail. He's
Yeah.
a,
We could
he's a hard.
I mean,
It's like amazing.
yeah.
He's institutionalized.
They say
It's like, I only wear orange and black. What up?
Yeah.
They say don't drop the soap in jail, but when I dropped the soap, I found it quite pleasant.
Well, yeah. No, it's funny. they
Quite a
give you
pleasant experience.
Liquid soap. They don't give you any. The last time I was in jail, they give you oranges. They give you oranges, and they'll give you paper to write on. And so what the guys were doing were
Smoking orange
they were
peels.
smoking orange peels,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Oh shit.
at first I'm like, this sounds ridiculous, but then they're like, you have 2 weeks in here. I'm like, all right, give me one of those.
Yeah, it's like,
fuck-
roll me up an orange
Give me a
peel.
coriander. I don't know.
Was it
Whatever, you know what I mean?
Is it
Give me-
good? Did it do anything?
Yeah, it'll get you messed up, man.
Oh.
I think because
It makes you sick.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like,
it-
whoa, this is yeah.
Yeah, it's anything to feel in jail. And there's
How did
some-
you light it? Did you light them with like electric wires?
Yeah, electric wires. Yeah, from
Yeah.
the TV. Yep. And then we got it's like you get one cigarette, and then they figure out that you use the electrical wires, and then it's like no TV for a week.
Did you have your own cell, or did you have this giant wing where everyone's?
It's multiple. It's
That's
like
where I
it's
was. It's
20
at like a
cots.
one
It's-
floor.
Yeah, it's H block. You better not come to. H
I remember getting in there, and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and we'll go there like watching like Sanford and Son or some shit. And I was like, I'm trying to sleep, and then I was like, hey, I wanted to be like, hey guys, could you turn?
It's so
And I was
funny.
like, no, I just think I'll let them watch.
Now
it.
I can only fall asleep to Sanford and Son.
You literally, I was like, I guess I won't, because they kind of live here. I'm just visiting.
The rule in my pod was that you could.
You had a podcast in jail?
No, the rule in my pod.
Whoa.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? All right.
Behind bars, literally.
Assault threes only or above. No, the rule in my pod was that the guy who had the most time, who's in there the longest, gets the remote, and then it just goes down from there. So I was only in there for a week, so I'm not watching anything.
Nice.
And
You have to keep the remote in your anal cavity.
well, no, the guy had like a
Up
month
the ass.
left. He had a month. It's just a rule because then other people there are criminals in there, so they get mouthy. So they'll be like, you know what I mean? And so he's like, and he's sitting there, he's watching pit bulls and parolees, right? And
Black
he's ju-
guy.
He's just, hey, I mean, since it's part of the story, I mean, yeah, it was a big, huge black dude. And he was like, man, when I get out of here, man, I'm going to get me a dog. I'm going to love it. I'm going to love this dog. I'm going to get me out of here.
It's going to make me
I'm
so
gonna
much
love
money.
this- Yeah, I'm going to love this dog. You see that dog right there? So every day he was talking about this pit bull. This guy was like 6'8", 320. Like, he was huge, talking about, like, man, when I get out of here,
Nice.
I'm going to love this little pit bull dog.
I understand that you are a huge fan of the Random Hacks podcast. That's why you asked to be on this. You wanted to be
Me?
on here. Yeah.
Yeah, considering the fact that I never heard it before, I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah.
I thought it was really great.
Yeah. And
the
when
best
are you
way.
guys going to tell us the random hacks?
Yeah,
That's the
on how to
best
make
way
our
to
life
be
better?
a fan of our show.
Yes,
Is to,
yeah.
I've never seen it before. I've heard
Yeah.
it's.
I heard
I've
it's
heard.
great.
I've heard nothing but bad
No,
things. But
Five stars. Five
Yeah.
stars.
wow. Out of like what 13?
On a new review app review thing, it's called Help. Not Yelp.
Yeah.
It's called Help. Okay. No, I was just joking.
No,
Help.
it's fine.
Well, and then what happened to the comics who should be dead? Is that
It's right there behind you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's us. That's also.
Yeah,
that's
this is part. It's like the comics who should be dead present the random hacks, and I want to make it even more complicated, where the random hacks is actually like an all-encompassing name for a bunch of other podcasts underneath it.
By
So,
Compass.
yeah,
Like
The
we're-
Random Hacks umbrella of
yeah, the
comedy.
random hacks
Mhm.
presents like Stephen Michael James.
Kind of like the Skanks or whatever. The,
Yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Legion of Skanks. They
Yeah.
have like all the million. And
Oh, and then a variety hour.
Yeah, and then also we won't, then we won't be culpable for so if everyone's podcast sucks, we'll be like, well, it's not our podcast.
It's
We're just the affiliate.
We're just
Oh,
the
I can have one
affiliate.
too. I can be like the
Yeah.
Casey Judson 2 in the morning.
I was thinking
hour.
about doing a Young Sheldon
The Casey Judson
fanboy
experience,
podcast.
2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m.
I'd love that.
And I'm just like at home. I'm like,
You just hear like.
what's this bullshit with
Yeah.
these? What's this bullshit with
I
these
would do
goddamn
the
libtards?
Rob
God damn it,
Conroy-
Mom! You ate all my roast beef.
Libtards everywhere.
Yeah.
It's nothing but
Yeah,
libtards.
right.
the Rob Conroy Foily Hour, where I just smoke foilies and talk
You should
about
have a call-in.
God.
I want you to have a call-in show so you just call in. What's up, faggot?
Yeah, we should get call-ins.
Yeah, I want
So
call-ins.
guys call-ins.
Yeah.
Well, we
Some
do need to start a Venmo because we do have one person who is going to
Oh,
donate
you want,
to the Venmo. I don't know how long it takes to start a Venmo.
I have a comment.
I don't
Should
know how
be
long
dead
it
Venmo.
starts. I think you got a big bank account.
I have
Yeah.
from the old
so
shows.
that's gonna be wild.
The old
That's
shows I
gonna
did.
be
I have an
wild.
at Comics Who Should Be Dead Venmo. I realized.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we could use that.
Maybe I don't know if it's
Should we
still
just,
active or whatever.
Comics is for dead. So
That one lady you talked about, you're one of your many girlfriends.
Yeah.
What's her name? Courtney or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, whatever that hoe's name is. I'm just kidding. She's had that idea that we should have like people go, hey, can you eat a salt shaker full of salt for $7? And then
it's
they-
OnlyFans.
like,
What are you talking about?
can you,
Yeah,
like-
it's a-
huh?
No,
That's
it's
a-
all
Yeah,
non-sexual.
it's like OnlyFans. Yeah,
yeah, it's like, can you like?
I'm like, you sure you want that?
and then it's
Yeah.
like it always goes to the same thing. It's like, how
Can you
big is
tell me I
something?
have a small penis for $8?
I'll do
Be
that for
honest.
free. Yeah.
Don't lie.
Well,
No.
I've only seen like
Yeah.
like 3 in person and the rest are on camera. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes it look.
It's
Camera
hard
lies.
to tell.
Camera
Apparently,
can
mine's
lie.
average. It's not big, like the hooker was saying.
No, dude. I pay a girl. to
Apparently,
talk
I
to
have
everybody to me.
a difficult time getting hard. It's like,
Apparently, I
yeah,
have a
it's like
difficult
quote
time.
unquote.
That's why this
Whatever.
episode is
Whatever.
Half the battle, dude.
This
Half the
episode
battle,
is- Yeah, it
brother.
Give me a second. Just give
sponsored
me
by Blue
20
Chews.
minutes and I'll
Give
give
me a
it.
few minutes.
Yeah, what you got there?
Zins.
Oh, Zin.
Those are actually the cheaper Zins.
Well, yeah, they are. They're
No,
they're
we
the
get
hub. They're the ones that like aren't. They're ons. I don't know why the fuck they're called on.
Because they.
That's a
They're
horrible
on.
name for a.
Jason McBride said, because I bought Zins, and he's like, oh, it's Zinner time. He thought that was a pretty good.
A zinger?
Yeah,
Well,
he's
what
like
about
living
what
in
happens-
Zin?
What happens when you give like if I gave a Zin to a homeboy? Would that be a Zintimate encounter? Hey,
You
there
got
you
him,
go.
though.
We got
We
him.
got
We got
him.
him.
You got him, yeah. He don't laugh at anything.
Yeah, he
No.
never laughs.
After we
He only
shared.
laughs at
He doesn't know good humor when he
He
hears
only
it.
laughs
That's
at
for sure.
really, really dumb shit.
Well, shit. There you go. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
take it. I'll take it. Zintimate.
It was so dumb that it was like bang. It was good.
Yeah. After we shared a long kiss.
Yeah.
No.
I forgot how even to write jokes or even
It's
be
not funny
or-
anymore. That's
or
not funny
enjoy
anymore.
anything.
We're from the generation where like, yeah, after I kissed a dude for an hour, and then nowadays
Yeah.
it's like, tell me more. Like back in
Yeah.
the day, you'd be like, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's
They're
like,
saying things are too
Back
like,
back in the day, you could call someone gay and it was an insult. Now it's a compliment.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
That's true.
well,
Yeah.
I want to go back to the good old days.
we're bringing back no homo.
No homo.
We're bringing
No
back
homo.
no homo. We
No
gotta say no
Oklahoma.
homo. You
No
gotta say
Oklahoma.
No homo. Yeah, no
No.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
What's that one where it's like,
Shout out to PJ.
I said
Thanks-
I love you.
thanks
I said
for
I love you
nothing.
to a girl too fast, and she didn't say anything back, so I yelled no homo and I ran off. You know what I mean? I was like, who's that Jensen girl? The Jensen girl says that. The comic Jensen. What's her name? Carly Jensen? No.
Oh.
I hooked up with this ugly chick, and then I was like, yes, homo, because
Oh,
she
you-
turned me gay. That's
Oh,
how
yeah,
bad
yeah,
she
that's
was.
how it goes. Yeah. You
Who was
turn-
that?
Who's that? Yeah. Casey's like, I'm interested. I've always been one. It's like I've
I like to be turned off.
Yeah, you gotta get.
Your
the
Lauren
full gambit.
Lyons turned 30 the other day.
Laura
Happy
Lyons?
birthday, Lauren
Wow,
Lyons.
after all those-
I know you're a fan. I know
Yeah,
you're a
random
fan.
people.
I know you're a fan of the
Congratulations,
show.
Laura. You made it.
Yeah, Stephanie Clankin.
Well, they,
You know, our
you know
best-
what? And
Lauren
say,
Lyons is not
just-
random. She's a big
no,
star.
and they say
She's
only
probably the
good
biggest
die
star.
young, so it goes to show you what kind of a person Laura is.
Yeah.
No, just joking. I love you, Laura.
They're
I'm
not.
joking.
Don't worry, Laura's not watching.
Laura
She's
is
not gonna watch.
No
She's
one's
not gonna
watching.
watch. I'm gonna
Okay.
send it to her though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were mentioned at 11:42 of the podcast through 11:58.
Yep. Yeah. Do
Yeah, timestamp it, clip
Yeah.
it.
And that's all she'll
Oh,
watch.
man.
She'll just watch that.
You guys, I
Yeah. Sounds important.
got through my first Reiki massage the other day.
Oh, right.
You know
Nice.
Reiki, you guys know what that is? Reiki massages?
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard
a
of it.
spiritual
Spiritual transfer of
experience. It's a
energies.
scam,
Reiki?
aka a
Yeah,
scam.
no, I felt the same way.
I call it Reiki.
So we're going Reiki?
Yeah.
Reiki? I'm
Reiki,
sure.
don't lose that number.
Reiki Bobby.
Reiki
Bobby.
Bobby. Did you fucking jizz off at the end of it?
No,
Just
I went
not
with
my business,
no,
but
I
yeah.
went with my
Well, that's-
significant
yeah.
other, my SO.
Reiki doesn't. They don't touch you. They just
Yeah.
put their hands over. And I actually got a Reiki once. I paid $150 to get Reiki over the phone from a guy in Oregon,
That is
and
man.
it did not work.
That's why they call it Reiki, because it's a rake. It's
Yeah.
a racket. Reiki racket. Some kind of sounds.
It was created by Tony Soprano.
That's right. Yeah.
Normally
that's
that
right.
would be really
course.
uninteresting, but I'm fascinated by how like a guy would be like, okay, I'm Reiki-ing you now.
Yeah.
Does it feel good that I'm
Yeah.
Reiki-ing you?
I got. It's like.
I can do it now, right now. Oh, you like the
Yeah.
Reiki? The
What are
way I
you
do it?
wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you-
What are you wearing? Hey, you owe me $50.
Oh, do you like the? Is this worth $100
Yeah,
so
yeah.
far?
Oh yeah, I'm raking you so good.
I'm
Yeah.
Are you
Fuck
feeling?
yeah.
Are you feeling healed?
Yeah,
I'm
sending
raking the
my
shit out of
energy.
you.
Yeah.
Are you feeling
Reiki.
spiritual?
Oh my god. No, it was I definitely felt something. I felt like more broke afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's part of the
Like-
spirit. Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor."
That's right.
I
Yeah.
respect that you guys tried it at least. You must
I
have been
mean,
in a
you
place.
gotta try.
I
everything
just felt
once.
bad. My friend started the Reiki business, and I felt bad. I was like, he was complaining. He's like, "I'm trying to manifest clients," and I'm like, "All right, I'll
Oh,
you tricked me. I'll pay $150."
Why don't you Reiki that into
I
existence?
kind of want to do. I want
Probably
to do
somebody
like
out there.
alleyway Chinatown acupuncture. Because
Oh,
there's like we got an acupuncture. It's in the alley behind the Chinese.
Where like I poke you in the foot and you can see better. Like, like what
Yeah.
does that even
Yeah.
make any sense?
no, it improves
dude?
your circulation. and all that
dude,
shit.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like okay.
I want to do an over-the-phone acupuncture.
That's
Oh, right.
Hey,
Oh, I'm
poke yourself
poking you
right
so
here, yeah.
good.
Do you like that way that
Fuck
feels?
yeah,
Do you like the way that
poking.
feels?
All right, take a fork out of your drawer and just stab it into your temple. I've cured your cancer.
Imagine a needle going into your foot.
Well, that's the thing about Eastern and Western medicine, right? It's like
Yeah.
It's
there's so
both
many-
a scam.
they're both,
Chinatown, you
one
can get
wants
a-
money and
Oh,
one gives you honey. Like,
Yeah.
in Chinatown you can get acupuncture, and then you can buy like a big barrel of fish heads. at the
why
end
is
of it.
that? Why is that correlated?
This is like right nearby in the same
Oh,
neighborhood.
that's just,
Yeah.
you're just
like
buy
out
it-
on the front of
same
the,
market.
Yeah, I thought it would
same
be
dude.
I thought it'd be funny.
You buy
yeah.
I think it's
a live
hilarious.
duck.
You're like, now that you explain it, it's
I was like,
sort
all
of
right, what do I
funny.
need? I need
Yeah.
I need a cat
I
to
need a
cook.
cat,
They're eating the cats.
acupuncture.
They're
I need,
eating the
I
cats.
need 10 dozen fish heads.
Yeah, it's like that Louis C.K. joke about duck vaginas.
Oh God.
So I shouldn't do other people's
I think
jokes.
ducks have cloacas.
But there's like you can see a big barrel and there's a
That's the
there's a
smartest thing I've
scooper.
heard in about
There's
10
a
years.
scooper and it's duck. He goes, is it possible to dominate a species if you have our vaginas in a barrel?
Sounds to me
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he wants to have sex with the waterfowl. Like, it's like, okay. CK, you already did the one thing.
I think he
Like,
put him in a
taking it too
soup.
far.
It is or something. I don't know.
He put it in a soup.
yeah, the
Yeah.
guy
You
that
fucked the soup.
I was like,
Just because there's a vagina
Yeah,
doesn't mean
like,
you
what
have
are you
to fuck
talking
it,
about?
Danny.
no.
Yeah.
Well, trust me, I know. I try, but it's just,
Yeah, kid.
most things with vaginas, they're like, no, get away from me.
so.
Yeah.
It's like if you take, you only miss the shots that you never take, or whatever how they say.
Oh man,
You know,
That's not true though.
it's
I missed a lot of taking shots.
Oh, no, I think it's the
most of the
opposite.
shots taken.
You
Yeah.
are
never
missed.
make any shots that you didn't.
Yeah,
take
yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, who
No,
said
I
that?
know the
Gretzky or
saying.
Jordan. Who said that?
There's another dumb saying too that's like
Kobe. Yeah.
shoot for the moon and you might hit the stars or whatever, but that doesn't make sense either because stars are like way further away than
But you
the
can
moon.
shoot an air ball. Also, that happens. You know,
Yeah,
when you get
that's what I'm. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like there's a lot of these things they say that don't. They're meant to be inspiring, but all they do is make me sad.
All right, we're talking hoops.
All right,
That's
we're
fun,
taking it.
man.
Yeah.
I never talk about sports anymore.
Yeah.
No, well, that's. I mean,
Do you remember Ray Allen?
We talked about
Sonics,
dogfighting,
guy who played on the
that's a sport.
Sonics.
oh,
Ray
yeah.
Allen.
Oh.
I mean, he was in this interview and like after the game, and it was like the guy goes, "Man, you were kind of cold in the third quarter, and then all of a sudden you kept shooting and you caught fire in the fourth quarter, and then that was amazing." And he goes, "I'm never not on fire." He goes, "I miss a few shots and then nothing changes. I'm still the same. I just do what I normally do. I start, of course, making shots."
Yes,
And I liked what
cocky
it-
sports guy.
But he wasn't even he wasn't even trying to have attitude. He was just like, "I'm not cold. I was
Yeah.
never cold. I just missed a few." You know, it's
But I don't know that I feel like I get it and that's cool. But I do believe there's plenty of times in sports where there's like you get on fire. You just start like hitting shots and then you just like get into that groove.
But I think these guys are so good that I believe him that he doesn't really feel like he was cold.
Yeah.
He literally it was a fluke that he
he's
missed.
like, oh, I'm always on fire, but I was like missing shots on fire.
It does sound like arrogance. It does sound like arrogance. But
I think at one point, Ray Allen, before Steph drew him over, had the most like made threes in a season. It was Ray Allen. And
I don't believe we should talk about sports unless there's a woman present, because nowadays women sportscasters are like really popular.
Yeah, I like
the algorithm won't.
Oh, you have to be like lipstick and beautiful hair.
Yeah, I like a woman. I like a woman announcer in football. He really took it up the middle there. You know what I mean? Or that's a real tight end. You know
up
what I
the
mean?
gut.
Like
that's what I want. I like it when they
prefer when she's like. They really were hugging each other, you know what I mean? Like all the gay connotations of football.
Or like he dropped back, the receiver was open, and then he fucked him right in the pussy. Remember that?
I'd love to see that.
Look at me laughing at my own stupid
That's one of our main jokes. And then he fucked her.
Yeah, then he fucked her.
And then
his aunt.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, God.
We did a whole episode about me fucking my aunt.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
It was so good. So
I
good.
bet.
Now we should talk about more serious things. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to PJ.
Hey,
thanks
PJ,
a lot for fucking everything
Thanks
up.
for all the good.
Yeah, you're a good guy, man.
Times.
Sorry it
Also,
didn't work out.
To have such great times with PJ.
I actually realized every
What's his
every
name?
state
Pierce?
has like a
Pierce.
Every state has
he goes by PJ.
has either like in California, I bought drugs from a CJ. Wes bought one of his friends was named EJ, and he was selling him drugs. So I realized a lot of EJs and DJs. They're all.
I was a CJ once because my middle name is Judson. So
yeah. But your middle name's Judson?
Yeah, my last name's Siller.
Oh,
Siller.
Siller.
I should be.
I know
it's gay, right? It's
Siller Goose.
It's like it's a German, like I'm a Hitler.
Yeah. Heil Siller.
So my grandpa died, and his name was Judson, and then they remarried some guy named Siller. So I always just go by Judson.
Oh yeah, so it's not even really your real. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. By like this and that and the other thing. Anyway, you guys talk.
I noticed.
I'll just be over here.
I noticed when my girlfriend moves her vibrator.
Moves it.
Yeah.
They got an argument. I was
this?
there, and they got an argument about it.
I was like, wait, wasn't it over here like 20 minutes ago?
And then she was like, yeah, Tyrone was over.
In 20 minutes. And I'm like, I was just around. All I was doing was dishes. I'll stop dishes. You can just call me out. Like, what up? You know? And then she's all like, oh, it was just a quick thing. And I was like, same deal.
Does she notice?
It could be a quick thing.
Does she notice?
She cheated on you.
Does she notice when you move the vibrator, though? That's the real question.
Dude, I will hide it from her.
Like when you just want to clean it off a little.
Yeah, just
like,
make sure she's doing all right.
Do like a handy wipe.
Give it a COVID vaccine. Just start at home.
That's actually how COVID was started from his girlfriend's vagina.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you know this? I just heard this. I swear to God, it's I should be famous. I'm at this medical clinic for where sickos go who have sicko shit happen to them.
Like what kind of sicko? Like
kidney problems.
Oh, okay. I thought like double-sided dildo shit.
Oh,
sicko.
Oh yeah. We
never mind.
Fuck. everybody fucks each other. No, but anyway, they told me this is where the first COVID patient was, and then they explained the whole story how it happened.
The first.
Yeah,
in America or like?
Yeah, one of the. I mean, it might have been.
So we started it, or
it was I remember it being in Seattle.
Oh, it was in that old folks' home in Kirkland.
Yeah, it was. I'm in Kirkland. I'm in Kirkland.
That the news was just trying to get on top of it. Like, obviously, Sinclair Group was like, you know, what I mean, let's make it like, you know, what I mean, somebody had to
someone
break the
come
news.
in. Someone got sick. They came in. They were weighing
How
themselves.
Cool would it be?
They were turned white. They were real sick. They had to take them to the
Washington.
hospital. They died. And then,
exactly.
and they said the two of the
thing.
technicians told me that they were like helping him into the hospital thing, just doing everything and no masks or nothing, and they didn't get it, and they were just blown away. But it was weird like that. No one would necessarily get it, even if they were in close quarters with somebody.
Of course, Washington's like, we were the first. Like,
what did our conspiracy theory friend John, who also goes there, say about that? Because he doesn't believe in COVID. He thinks COVID is actually not real.
I can't believe of all the insane shit we've talked talked about. We have not yet talked about COVID yet. Although I saw him get into a fight about masks with one of the people there.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, you don't know about masks.
Yeah. He's like, why are you wearing a mask? This is a medical center. He was so mad about the mask. I'm so sick of these damn masks, especially in the hospital.
Yeah, his weird point with me now is that it's not that Hitler didn't do the Holocaust. It's that
he needed to.
It's
for
just
the
that
good.
I need to be able to say that he didn't do the Holocaust because of freedom.
Okay. Well,
I'm like, can you go?
He goes back and forth on that one.
And I go, should you go into a bank and say, I have a hand grenade in my pocket, and I'm
freedom of speech says yes.
Freedom says I can say whatever I want.
Well, that's that fire in the movie theater argument.
Freedom
but
of speech doesn't say that you can just say whatever you want.
I believe it does.
It says essentially freedom of press, freedom of tyranny from being able to say what you want.
I think I should be able to send out a mass mailer that says, if you don't send me money, I'm going to mail you anthrax next.
Yeah, people get that confused.
And they'll be like, I don't understand. It was unfair how they imprisoned me. It was like, I feel, and then you can really write off a good letter about it, you know?
Yeah.
Free speech, you'd be able to say, I'm going to kill you right now, and it
I
wouldn't
heard
be
John
premeditated murder. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that free speech is obviously limited to certain laws and safety.
I just want to tell people that I wish I could suck my own dick.
I mean, you could
and
tell
I don't want to
that.
get in trouble for that.
I mean,
actually, nowadays
it's your own dick. Why would you get in trouble? It's yours.
We wouldn't need women if we could.
You can do whatever you want. You can hit it with a hammer or whatever.
You can cut it off.
Cut it off. Then you can suck it all you want.
Oh my God, some dude just like, hey, what's that in your pocket? Oh, let me tell you, I got my dick. He just
this is
dick
grosser
in a jar.
than I imagined.
This got dark.
We're back to the studio.
We're gonna take off though because I got some ideas on how to make the podcast.
Like
that could be one of the things they pay $7 for. Cut your dick off, stick it in a jar.
Oh my God.
Send it to me.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's a good idea.
This is a good idea.
I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to yes and.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Such
yes
a
and.
deranged.
I'm not really into it, but $7 is $7. So
Yeah.
like I'll take it.
Oh my God.
That's a Starbucks coffee. It's a
maybe.
It's a tall Americano right there. $7.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
You might be able to get Americano.
I also found out women don't like it when guys drug them in a party, but if a girl's being too loud about her ex-boyfriend, they'll drug them. They'll like this. So I found this story about these girls were at like a party or whatever, and there's 3 or 4 of them, whatever. And then one of the girls had just broken up with her boyfriend, so she was being like awful about it. And the whole night was about her.
She just wanted to get sex.
Well, yeah, I mean, she was feeling some sort of way, but making a problem for everybody else. And so they were like, all right, well, let's slip her some Molly in her drink. And so I'm
not for sex. Not for sex. Not for sex, just to get her to shut up.
Yeah. That'll make her talk more, though.
You're like, it's not for rape. It's
Molly doesn't always make you happier.
Well, I mean, I was like freaking out. I was like, okay,
you're not gonna give me any Molly for free? That's what I would have said.
You guys taking Molly?
Oh yeah, it's great.
I was wondering. I've never really taken it. One time I was driving a guy in an Uber ride all the way to like Auburn, somewhere far, like an hour drive or more at night, and he was like, "Man, you seem like a very spiritual person," and and he was just like, and I was like, I thought he was weird, but then the conversation was really interesting, and then he was very, very loving, and it was like, I thought it was like he was supposed to be some kind of gay thing or something, but then it was just him on I realized he was just really fucked up on Molly.
Your aura's amazing.
Yeah, but he just meant it though, like and I felt it, and then I was like, oh, that must be what Molly, because he told me he did.
Yeah, and
he was like, oh, I could see it now. It was just way more open than it should have been. Get the fuck out of my cab! I don't fucking bullshit. Don't be loving.
My cab.
Oh yeah, call it
your Uber is your class.
Yeah, why don't you change?
Oh yeah, Natalie. When I started comedy, Natalie was there, and I would say, I drive a cab, and she goes, "It's not a cab, it's an Uber." And I was like, "It's the fucking same thing." I didn't feel like I was lying.
I kind of wish you would drive I could see you in like a yellow cab in New York.
Oh yeah, I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing? Come on, get in."
Yeah.
I might. I'm getting a new car.
Like follow that.
I'm getting a brand new car in the next couple of days, and I needed a job. And I was like, when you have a new car, you can do all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
it's like spotless.
You can get to do a bunch of new shit and still make no money.
Pretty much, yeah. Or you can ruin your new car.
Yeah.
The only thing you have, you go, let me ruin this.
Let me get a gig work and make $6 a fucking every 2 hours.
Maybe delivering food wouldn't be so bad. It's like at least
there's
nobody in your car.
It is bad. Trust
Huh?
me.
It's no good?
You have to get out. So you have to park. I've gotten tickets from like not parking, like parking in like 3-minute spots, and it took 10 minutes. So I've like everything I've done for DoorDash, I've added it up. I've probably broken even. It's like getting a loan almost. You get like.
Do you have to ruin my dream of doing DoorDash? I go.
Well, I would rather do Uber too, because then you got a chance of like maybe picking up one of your passengers.
Oh sure,
Yeah.
they'll force themselves on you.
Yeah, no. This girl was telling me that this guy.
I'm serious. They will go. Hey, do you want to park somewhere?
This guy
and
used
chat?"
Google Translate to ask her on a date.
Yeah.
What?
This guy used Google Translate to ask my friend on a date because he couldn't speak English.
Oh.
So he used Google. He was her Uber driver, and he used Google Translate to ask her.
That's the way to do it, man. You just get those
Yeah.
earpods that just translate for you. You know what I mean?
What?
I'm just seeing if Alex is how he's doing.
You doing good, man?
Good,
You doing
sure.
good? What's the craziest thing you've ever heard on like on the
No, we don't. We're
podcast?
not. Last time we talked about this, we had. Yeah, there's there's like too much crazy
Like
stuff.
NDAs or something?
Well, he was
Has
the-
anybody had you sign an NDA?
He was
That's
the
kinda
engineer for
crazy.
the Pea Lovers podcast for quite a while.
Pea lovers.
Yeah, Pea Lovers.
Snap
It's a
peas
podcast
or-
about
Yeah.
people who love to get peed on and.
Oh, okay, golden showers.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a golden shower. I was into golden showers for a while, but it wasn't really like it was like my job. You know what I mean?
Like you got.
I hope so.
No, well, I was a caretaker for an old man.
You got paid.
So he would every once in a while he would pee on me, and I'd have to be okay with it.
And that's like, is there like a
You have
$50?
to. You'd have to go like, I'm okay with
Well,
this.
yeah, you're okay with it because
Oh.
like if you can go into your day knowing you're getting peed on, not as bad as going into your day not knowing you're getting peed on.
Yeah, you can't be like, Jesus Christ, Clarence.
Yeah.
no,
Really,
like,
you gotta pee
like,
on
if you
me?
go into your day knowing you're getting peed on, you have the bleach ready.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
He
But
didn't mean to pee on
But
you,
pee
did
is sterile, so it's okay.
Yeah, but it depends on who it's coming out of. Like,
Yeah.
It
you know
does.
what I mean?
It can be thick and syrupy.
No, dude, if it's
If
coming,
you're a
if it's coming
diabetic,
out of
yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
no, dude.
Sorry, you had to go through that.
Greg
Jesus.
Hall. See, if it's coming out of Greg Hall, well, no.
I had a
That's his name.
No, I'm changing it.
Oh.
I had a sponsor.
It'd be
in-
great
when I
if it
in
was his
AA.
name.
Greg Hall peed on me all day.
Secrets revealed on
Yeah,
here.
I hate you,
Yeah.
Greg Hall. There's probably some guy out there named Greg Hall who's like, oh fuck, I've never met this guy.
A lot of people, yeah. He's a
I
pisser. He's a.
redact my statement.
Oh. We'll edit
There's
it
a-
It
out.
makes it null and void. So.
Once I learn how to edit, we will edit it out. But
Oh,
this
right.
time it won't be. But
Yeah.
next time you're on the podcast,
Don't edit shit. All put it all.
it's all good.
It's all real.
It's all real.
It's all real.
What do you think of switching to? I mean, half the podcast to radio.
Oh, what?
Not this. We
AM
do
radio.
Talking about
you have
Casey-
AM radio.
Yeah.
Oh
Casey's
yeah.
going older. First off, you're going to tell me to switch the channel, and then you're going to say we could go to AM radio. The third thing is you're going to tell me how to get somewhere based on where the mailbox is.
It's going big. It's going big places. You just
Okay.
gotta.
Radio.
We're gonna
Well,
have
and
you-
It's free, right? Radio, AM radio is like, it's pretty cheap, right?
It's free to be on it.
Isn't it free?
I don't feel like
Yeah.
you should be able to get a spot on it sometime.
AM
in
radio
the
should be free by now. If porn's free, AM radio should be free. Like,
Porn's not free. It costs your soul.
Well,
It would definitely be a call-in show in that regard if you were someone to have you on. I think.
XM's
I don't
where
know.
it's at.
XM.
I want the station right after Howard Stern. That's the money.
Oh sure, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Howard Stern's a pussy now.
He kind of is.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, he won't go outside because he's afraid of COVID,
Okay.
and he's like women are. He's like women matter.
So he won't even.
Women
he
matter.
doesn't even
Anyways, honey, come on out with the. You know, whatever.
He's really changed. Is all I'm saying.
Yes, I've
Oh,
heard
yeah.
that.
I feel like growth is super lame.
In
Yeah,
some
just-
ways, it is.
just be
Yes.
just be in a state of arrested development your whole life.
Yeah.
That's what we need. You know?
It was a good show,
It was.
so it's obviously a good thing.
Well, maybe the show isn't necessarily your actual development as a person. It's just an entertainment venue.
If you tie yourself to, but people start to believe like if you say something on stage just for or something for shock factor. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
I used to say I have
you know,
herpes on stage, and then people thought I had
yeah,
herpes.
now you're the
I'm like,
herpes
what the
comic,
hell?
So, you know what I mean? It's like never had a flare up in 3 years. Like you know what I mean? It's like
I don't. Yeah, people. I don't know. I'll say some really outlandish stuff, and people will just. They don't even know I'm joking.
yeah. Did it get you
Like-
got kicked out of Shanghai? Are you
Yeah.
still kicked
No.
out of Shanghai?
Yeah, I'm still banned from Shanghai.
It's been a year.
Yeah, it's a forever ban.
You're not banned. You could just go in there now.
I was thinking I could. They probably wouldn't remember me, except
Yeah,
for
exactly.
April did. She
April.
Lock
Yeah.
shot?
Hey, shout out to April Stockton. She agreed to give
Oh,
me your
Stockton?
kidney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get
She
it.
said,
Go
like,
get it.
But now she won't respond to my messages.
Okay.
I think what she did is
That happened to my uncle.
I think
too.
she thought about it for a second, and then she's like, "Fuck no, I'm not giving that guy
You
my
just went
kid."
and went on Craigslist and asked her, what did you do? You just asking people for kidneys?
I didn't even ask her. She was like, something came up. She was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "I'm a little tired because of the treatment thing I did." And she's like, "Oh, your kidney?" And I go, "Yeah." And then she's like, "I'll give you a kidney. I'll give it to you." And then I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then the next time I saw her, she
didn't
me.
mean hers.
No, she did. She asked
I'll
me.
give you an extra kidney
I'll
while
get
you're
you.
out.
I'll get you. I could get you a kidney.
Don't worry about it.
I can get you a
I'm
kidney.
going to China next week.
Anyway, I think she's living in her car right now, so she's probably like, "Why?"
She wants to sell her
So
kidney. For like 20K.
yeah. She didn't ask for money, but I feel like you should.
My uncle.
I feel like no, someone shouldn't give you a kidney. You should give him money. Like,
Yeah, he had kidney failure, and then he would go. He still like drank every day, and so he'd go to the bar, and he met some drunk guy at the bar, and they really bonded. And apparently, the drunk guy in like some black guy was like, "You're awesome, man. I'm gonna give you my kidney. I swear." And he like gave him his address and everything. But then, of course, when he sobered up, he changed his mind. But my uncle would like go to his house every day, and like, "Please give me your kidney. You promised."
Oh yeah. Well, this one, when you get someone to give you your kidney, you have to
Not
take.
like a lawnmower, dude.
You got to take them in, and they have a
said I
test.
could borrow this.
Yeah, exactly. You have to take a test, and then they basically, first of all, can find out if you're the kind of person who can survive with one kidney. They test you to find out. Yeah, so they're like, it's a long road before you're even able to.
Yeah,
do
you
it.
can
What
have
about
my
mentally,
already ruined kidney. You can have that one.
Trust me.
I feel like your kidneys would be like went through a lot, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're fucked.
they're better
so.
than mine.
Yeah,
so-
yeah, but they're like, I'll give him. You'll have like one more extra year.
No, mine. Funny, they ask
Like,
you
I'll
that.
take it.
They ask you if you want to have a kidney. They'll ask you like, do you want a kidney of someone who like has hepatitis or someone who's like 80 years old?
Why would
Or
you
li-
say yes?
Because you go
They're
like
just trying
5
to get rid of
years.
'em.
Because you need a kidney, like the fact you could, you might wait another 5 years before you get one.
What if they grew
I didn't
the
say
kidney?
yes. I said no to this, a bunch of stuff.
They grew the kidney on a mouse.
What?
Well, we know they grew an ear on a mouse.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah, they could maybe grow a kidney like on
Down.
like a retarded child.
You know
Just
what
like
they
grow
should
a
it
kidney
on?
off
You know
his
how,
head.
like you eat sushi off the naked ladies? Grow the kidney on the naked ladies. You can charge an extra $10,000.
Why not just get a naked lady's kidney? That's why I want to start doing stand up again, so I can start asking people for kidneys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Seriously, it might work.
Instead of a Venmo, we should just ask for kidney every day.
Oh
on the
yeah,
show.
or kidney money, and then spend it on
Is there a
something else.
GoFundMe? Go kidney me.
What my goal is to like wait for them to okay me for heart problems. Then that's 6 months for that. Then the ladies gets on it, and then you go, and then right when we're gonna do the kidney, then I die of some other thing.
Get hit by a
I mean,
car.
like this is hilarious. I'm dying.
Shit, that is actually.
God, you're so funny with your ironic just shit you do. You
Are
fucking
you
Use
jealous of
your
Brian
eyeballs.
Johnson, the billionaire who
got shot in the
who's
head?
trying not to die? No, he like biohacks himself, so he like takes his son's blood, and like he does all these other crazy things because he doesn't want to. He like started a cult called like the Don't Die Club.
Oh shit, I haven't heard of this.
Yeah, Brian Johnson. You should look him up.
Okay. I thought that was the name of the guy who got killed by Luigi Mangione.
Oh, yeah.
His name was Brian.
Once
something.
again, we killed
I
the
think it
wrong
was Thompson.
CEO.
Luigi Mangione?
We should have
Brian-
killed the
yeah, you heard
CEO
about
of Comcast.
Do you have opinions on what's going on in the news?
No.
That's good.
I form my own opinions.
Oh, nice. New
about-
opinions. That's
Yeah,
good.
like,
Yeah.
and then I just like
That's what I said. I didn't say someone else's opinion.
aggressively and confidently assert them to other people.
Yeah, like I know for a
With no
fact.
facts
I know
at
for a
all.
fact that all the tariffs will work perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm a tariff expert, even though I didn't know what a tariff was 11 days ago. But now I know all about
No,
the
I
tariff.
watched one TikTok. I think I
Yeah.
need surgery. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm thinking about implementing
American.
tariffs
What are you
for the
talking
I know
podcast.
that all I know is that tariffs are racist, and I'm not racist. So
All I
Oh.
know is that
You're like,
we need to
I am not
legalize marijuana.
racist.
$3 trillion industry, legalize marijuana, and then
I-
just make it like just
Okay.
drug test for the freaking military. And
Alright.
our
I think the
GDP would
military
go
should
up,
be
like-
high. If everybody was high, there'd be world peace.
You think?
No.
we'd be
I know,
fucked up.
dude. I knew
No.
gangbangers who would like do mushrooms and smoke blunts, and then like
Yeah,
like
murder,
tag
yeah.
team like a 15-year-old. So
It's illegal.
yeah.
We're
So
not
I don't.
talking
Where's the
about
world
WWE
peace
here.
there?
Right.
People.
This is important. This is what needs to be talked about right now. We're trying to change into a hard-hitting, more spiritual,
Yep. Sex
world
traffic- and
pease.
We're gonna go with sex traffic as the
Yeah, we're gonna
first,
traffic some
right
women.
there,
on,
right there. First,
Yeah.
first off, we're
I
going.
got a little.
We're going full baby oil.
I got a little lady. $40.
$40. Hey,
Just to try. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
price.
another funny. Our friend John, the conspiracy theorist. Speaking of traffic, not sex traffic, but
By the way, he's on next week.
actual traffic. He thinks that traffic, like traffic jams, are created by the elites. So he doesn't think car accidents actually happen. He thinks that they like helicopter in cars from the junkyard and put them on the freeway just to create traffic, so that your day is more shitty.
Oh wow!
Oh, just to create traffic.
Yeah.
Like
Just to make your day, just to inconvenience
just to miss
you.
your show.
You know what that is? It's a selfish outlook.
Yeah, the
Because
elites.
traffic's not even about you at all.
No.
Everyone's trying to get somewhere.
Yeah,
like if you think about it for a second, everyone's experiencing
even
it.
the elites who created the traffic.
You're like, look at all these scumbags and blocking me. And
Yeah.
like, no, we're all trying to go somewhere.
Yeah, you're the scumbag blocking him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say that insatiable need to work and pay your bills would create traffic, and that is a societal.
Right. If we could
construct,
actually
but-
teach people to be Buddhists and only take what they need, then
Yeah,
we
there'd
wouldn't
be
need
less
traffic. We would have no
traffic, yeah.
traffic.
Even when
Half the people would just walk to work.
Yeah.
even when
You
I was
know?
a kid, I used to hear
They wouldn't even go to work.
I used to hear like my
Man.
parents and people around me all talk about rich people, and I always go, it was very selfish of you
They're
not
out
to
there.
become a rich person. Like, why did you not become a rich person? Like, I can go to most
'Cause
people,
they
I go
could- 'cause
because they
they were-
weren't capable.
Yeah.
But I see people who are extremely smart, and the reason why they didn't become rich is because it's difficult.
They're
and
lazy.
It's just fun to go through life and have fun. You know.
Well,
It's
no,
like-
and like rich people can do the most good in life too. Like it takes money to make change. So like the
Sure.
rich people, it is it's a selfish endeavor, but it could also be one of the most
It's almost like everything's a gray area.
well.
oh yeah, wow, that was totally.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Well,
totally.
I don't want to be
great.
divisive. I want to be
Nothing is even right. There's no right
Yeah.
or wrong.
Yeah,
Or-
it's-
just-
Well, I'll just float.
you have to
through
talk with
the-
that accent when you say that. No, wait. You have to sound stupid.
It's almost as if.
It's almost as if.
Yeah.
I have to give a shout out. She'll never listen to it, but my lady I live with, she's changed the way I look at life because she's the
Because
Because
only.
she's not real, but you talk
Yeah,
about her like
just
she
let
is.
me pretend she's real. She's the only reliable person I've ever been with or known my whole life.
Good for you,
She
Casey.
literally is like, if we're gonna go on a vacation in 2 years, I don't have to ask 6 months later. Are we still going?
Yeah.
Like my mom would change her mind every 3 seconds. She's like, yeah, why are you asking if we're still going? We're going. We said
Yeah.
we were going once. Now we're going. And then she also does this. She's like, there was a flood in Alabama. She goes, I think I'll just send out $90 to the flood in Alabama. And then so you go, I bet you how many people who are like never say any political shit, who just cut off a check because they save some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's all these other people who are like, I care so much about people. I want to make sure for justice. And they don't have a red cent to send to nobody.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's just
I would never let
What's
a
her name?
woman know I respect her.
Keisha. You're like,
Keisha.
That's
I like-
crazy.
Shout out to Keisha.
yeah.
Keisha.
Keisha, yeah.
No,
She's a big black lady.
yeah,
No, she's not.
exactly.
She's not. She's white, but she has a black lady name.
Yeah.
Really?
Has any?
Yeah.
Yeah, Keisha's definitely a black lady name.
Okay.
You guys can come over sometime. Hang
I
out.
thought you had a La Keisha. That's
No, that's more like that's very black.
Oh.
It's a spectrum blackness.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like sexuality.
So like the spectrum goes from 2 apostrophes
Yeah.
to like Michael.
Yeah. My friend Joe, who's a black friend of mine, and he used to go out with her, and we used to go over to her house. And
Jojo.
he'd go like, "Oh, come over to my old lady's house, and she'll cook us something." And then we'd just show up, and she'd go like, "Oh, start to cook us." Now she never cooks anything, so I've actually ruined.
You came there too much.
Yeah, I ruined her. She's
Yeah.
like now she's like, you cook if you want to cook.
Yeah,
You know, she's just
that's what happens.
yeah.
See,
They
the thing-
trick you. They cook for you and stuff, and then once they know they got you, they're like, "Fuck you."
I've been here for 20 years,
Yeah.
so it's like
It's, what's that old thing like?
That old
white people
thing.
food don't have flavor or something.
Mayonnaise. I'm so tired of that racist trope that white people just love mayonnaise.
But I'm
Femi
cool
will
with
do
it.
that one. He's like, white
No.
people and their mayonnaise, and it's like, I
wanna
don't
go-
like mayonnaise.
I wanna go to his
don't-
house and
mayonnaise. I
find-
could take or leave mayonnaise.
I want to go to his house and find the best food
Yeah.
mayonnaise in his refrigerator.
He just has a whole cabinet dedicated to Miracle Whip.
Oh,
Oh, I used to love that when I was a kid.
well, just add sugar to a mayonnaise. It's so gross.
You didn't like Miracle Whip?
Oh God.
I can't eat it now. I'd probably throw up. But when I was a kid, I
Whip
thought it
is
was the
spam,
tastiest thing.
dude. Ugh,
I'd whip it on
How
some
are you
white
from
bread.
Hawaii? You don't like spam?
Oh
I don't
yeah.
like because you know that game Beat the Clock. You know where you're like, you have like an activity
Where you're
and
like jerking off, but you only got 10 more minutes before before the hooker charges you
that's
for.
my favorite. Right,
Yeah.
fuck.
My girl used to know, gave me a 2-minute warning. She'd be like, "Okay, I came. Now you have 2 minutes."
Your grandma?
Yeah, my
Is
grandma.
that what you
My grandma.
Your grandma?
I-
Casey was doing family forward before.
It was her idea. I didn't.
That's the family.
Of course, it's her idea. You're probably a young man getting taken
It's the
advantage of by an
Siller
old
way.
lady.
Yeah, it would have been.
Damn it, Casey, you're gonna
Siller
fuck
way.
your grandmother.
I
It's
didn't
the Siller.
seduce my
It's
grandmother.
a Siller
And
tradition.
I'm gonna let you know you're.
I didn't seduce my grandmother.
He's like,
Hey,
how does she
grandmother.
know you're 2 minutes away?
You're
Like,
looking-
what the- she can just. She's really in tune. You must have done it before. she knows.
I'll fuck my grandma.
All right. All right, your grandma fucked you. There's a difference.
Oh, grandma.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, Jordan Peterson. Oh,
Oh, we just gained 10,000.
Have you heard this guy's
What
Jordan
are you talking
Peterson?
about?
it's amazing, man.
The fact that you just said
You heard of
that.
Jordan Peterson?
Oh, you know,
yeah.
so I actually sent Ron wanted. He was curious. Our friend Ron,
Oh, you're talking about just
just
Ron?
Ron,
His wife?
and he was curious, and so I sent him a clip, the Jordan Peterson one, and he just sent me back, "Who's Jordan Peterson?"
Nah, he's being funny.
Well,
bro.
he's
No,
not-
he wasn't.
obviously
He didn't
doesn't.
know.
He, does, 'cause,
He
like,
doesn't know who Ben Shapiro is. He doesn't. I'm like, how are
Doesn't
you?
know?
Show up
I'm
on
like,
his
you're the
feed.
worst liberal. He's like a liberal guy, and he doesn't
Yeah.
even know who his enemies are. He doesn't know who Ben Shapiro is, Matt Walsh, Jordan
Yeah,
Peterson.
you gotta know. You gotta know both.
How are
sides.
you?
gotta
How
be
do you
able to
claim
debate
to
it.
be a liberal
I
and
think
you
he
don't
just
know
looks-
their
I think he
biggest
just
enemies?
looks and says, "Oh, that's a." That's
I think
a white
everybody who
person.
shut up who has a one-sided opinion that has never like. How can you claim to be like a Satanist if you've never read the Bible?
Yeah.
Like that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? How
I
can you
agree.
claim? I'm like, dude, you can't. Like you have to know.
You
A
gotta
good
know.
debate argues the other side and says, I get where you're coming from, but you know. It doesn't
Right,
just
okay.
go, oh, I'm
Yeah.
right, I'm right, I'm right.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't go,
okay.
oh,
So
Hitler was a
I'll
good
shut
guy
up.
because
I'm-
I said
you're right.
so.
No,
I've been doing that a lot. It's
Can you
true.
say it again, slower? I'm right. I have
You're
a new
right.
girlfriend, so
Oh.
I haven't heard it for a while.
Is your conscience? Yeah, are you doing that thing where your conscience talks to you, where someone's not talking about you at all, but you think that it's like an allegory about why you're a piece of shit?
Yeah, that's right.
No, I was
yeah.
pretending,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but I was like going,
That-
I get it. I fucked
Yeah.
up. That's why I was.
Totally, man.
That stuff used to
Totally.
happen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was on meth, I'd be like watching a TV show even. And
To be
I'd
fair,
like,
nobody really goes like, "Here's why I'm wrong." Let me explain
Right.
why. You know, no one
No.
does that because people just have their own.
Eminem did in 8 Mile.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he's like, I'm white. Yeah, I raped the culture or whatever. The whole
Oh,
like
yeah.
that whole ending was him roasting himself.
Ah, that's different though. Fucking Jesus.
Well, yeah, we should-
I'm
yeah,
serious.
people-
It's turning it on its head when you just give everyone what they want and tell them that it's your fault because you're white because they're just waiting for you.
Well,
It's
that's
like you have to
different.
say it so you look.
But this
No,
was
that's
back
different.
before it was popular. This is back in
Yeah,
like
and
2000.
It's different to prove your argument. It's like, yeah, sorry, my grandpa had a gun before your grandpa. Like, I'm sorry that happened, but like, how do we move forward? You know what I mean? How do
Stephen Michael James posted this thing recently where it was like a picture. He was trying to promote our podcast, and it says the whitest podcast in town. And I literally went, I don't like that.
We do have probably the world record of white male guests.
But
I think
not
out of the
really, though.
13
no
podcasts,
one's really white.
We've had only one white woman, and she's Italian, so we could
That's
say,
true.
oh, there's an ethnic.
But they're not really white though.
Dude, I
No.
hate how like
White people are
honestly,
successful, and we're all losers.
Right.
Yeah.
We were almost there. We were almost there to where like we were almost there where it didn't matter, right? Like
Okay.
I-
Yeah,
grew up
back
with
in the
Chappelle.
2000s.
I grew up with Chappelle's show. They made fun of everybody. Like,
But
everybody
Chappelle
could do
quit
it.
over that stuff.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
But,
That is kinda
like,
what he
We
said,
were
yeah.
almost there. We were almost like
Yeah.
to that point where like it didn't matter what color you are, you were gonna get made fun of regardless. Like it didn't matter.
Everyone,
you know what I mean?
everyone's down in
Everybody
hell
was
together.
the same, dude.
Yeah.
Now it's gotten so divisive.
Maybe it always goes like it ebbs and flows back to
Yeah,
that.
But to be divisive about like I want to just like can we concentrate on what makes us?
I think we just need to
Human and
make
good
Danny
and
Trevor
better?
John everyone's enemy,
That's
and
fine.
then so
I
it'll
can
just be
take
the
it.
world against Danny,
I mean,
and
I
then we'll
hate
be good.
everybody anyway,
Yeah.
so it's fine. Like, what's gonna happen? I'm still gonna drink my coffee.
I
in the
saw this
morning.
thing today. It said it was White People Month. It was just a meme or whatever. I don't know if it's really White People
Oh
Month.
God.
But this guy I know who's from Alabama or whatever he's from, I don't even. This is a Facebook friend. He was like, I don't know if it's really White People Month, but he goes, "There's a picture of a beautiful lady," and I don't know what the connection is between heterosexuality and whiteness. Like, why is that connected? And I go, it's because they actually, it's like a random connection. Like, it's because Marxism doesn't like straight people or white people. They specifically dislike them. That's why they want to change people's gender. And then they also don't like straight or whites or white or men. So you just
communism is involved. Communism is involved to a certain extent. Communism and maybe like a orthodox.
But I think the most capitalist thing you could do is be like, hey, everybody, change your gender and buy my medicine to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess unless it's
if you create the problem, then you have the solution. So like that's what literally happens. It's like they create medicines, and they're like, oh, restless leg syndrome. You know what I mean? Then they create the problem. Like the
and now the problem is
ahead of the disease.
Now the problem, I'm basically like a Jehovah's Witness now when it comes to I don't go to the doctor.
Right.
I feel like you can cure all your ailments with like your mind.
Well, I'm just cool.
And
with
a nice fat bowl of meth.
Like everybody's all like, oh, you're gonna
a little meth might not be.
What am I gonna learn in the next 30 years that's gonna be anything more? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go back to college. I'm not gonna. You know what I mean?
Well, there's lots to learn in life, so.
I mean, but like really though?
You mean like in school or something, or just?
Like if I died tomorrow, I wouldn't care what I learned. You know what I mean? I would.
Well, you need to fill the time while you're waiting to die.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like everybody just like wants to like. I think the biggest thing is like going back to and it's like, oh, we have to save everybody. And like cullings happen, large culling, like you know what I mean? Like if there's too many predators in the wild or whatever, there's too many. You know what I mean? They'll get a disease, and then so that that's
basically you're saying don't worry about shit because it'll all work out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then you're gonna worry about like measles, mumps, and rubella. It's like.
Yeah.
This 56-year-old who, maybe has kiddie porn in his basement lives an extra 20 years. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck that.
So you're
I mean, we should all
as long as he doesn't get measles. Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
what if he's got kiddie porn in his basement, but he's a really good motivational speaker and he's helped a lot of people overcome their demons?
Like, does it equal out? It's like,
well, he's got a little bit of a demon. In his house, but that's his own demon.
He overcame all the other demons, and so he's fine.
Well, the one demon is stronger than the rest.
In a way, that is an all-American story if you think about it. Like, great motivational speaker caught with child porn.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking he does some shit on his... He doesn't lonely. I don't know. He's fucking lonely. I don't know. I'm not really... I'm not here to judge. I don't know. Do I have to judge too? That's another thing they forced you. How about if a million people say throw
You're
him in
judging
jail?
Who's they though? You're judging
a million everyone else.
You're like I don't want to judge, but those guys make me judge.
No, I mean like one. I'd rather judge a million people doing the same thing than one guy.
Oh, I see.
I'm not saying I like people molesting child or anything. It's just,
clip it.
It's just like why do I have to jump on and also judge? I guess.
Well, some people it has been, it's a century-long tradition.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes,
children.
You're what?
Being sexually involved with children is like a centuries
long
tradition.
It's got a great history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
shit.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. So when was the first time you were molested?
It's hard to say.
Never been. That's
I think I'm first. I molested myself first. I remember my mom. Technically, my mom taught me how to jerk off.
Oh no!
Because she bought this book.
Oh god!
And she was like, "So do you ever?" She's like, "If you ever touch your penis, it's okay. Like when you get to be your age, like boys start to touch their penis because it feels good." And I had no idea. And then I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then she's like, well, yeah, like they'll just like caress their penis and then it feels really good. But I just want you to know, like, if you feel bad if you're doing that and you feel bad about it, it's not a bad thing. Yeah. And then that night I tried it and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
And at 30 years old, what an amazing coincidence.
Yeah.
It's so late to have that conversation.
Yeah.
That'd be so good. Yeah, my dad gave me the talk. He was like, threw me his old magazines, you know what I mean? Back when we had magazines.
Oh yeah.
He threw me his like a stack of magazines. He's like,
what kind?
Like Hustlers.
Hustler, yeah.
Old school.
What's the gay ones?
Do you remember Maxim Triple X?
Ones.
Remember Maxim Triple X back in the day? Like Maxim. When
they Maxim. Okay.
Take off their clothes and they.
No, I never saw that.
Yeah,
I've
the
seen
Maxim. So that.
Oh, okay.
And like, what was the one, the big one? Oh, a bunch of Playboys.
Yeah,
I actually
Playboys.
liked the articles in Playboy.
I liked the interviews.
That's what I like the article.
It was good. It was like some
The
good jokes and
interviews.
stuff.
I felt there
Yeah.
was too many damn articles in the
Well,
magazine.
I thought it was
And not enough
I mean,
airbrush titties.
Yeah.
And then he threw me the pack of nudies, and then he was like,
Go
and
to
then a
town,
pack of
son.
Condoms. He threw me a pack of nudies and a pack of condoms. He's like, when you can't use that, use that. And then he just kind of walked off.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, all right, and I kind of figured it out myself.
Then you like put the magazines inside the condoms.
No, the
and-
make
craziest thing
a
was
cock
that I
out of
didn't
it.
realize until like
Anyway.
later. I didn't realize until later when I put 2 and 2 together as an adult. But some of the pages were stuck together, and I was like trying to pull them apart, and I didn't realize that.
Who comes on the
rained
pa-
that day?
There's so many places to come. I don't know why people come on the
No,
magazine.
dude, it was like drops.
I
It
know.
was drops.
Is it
bro.
really
It was
necessary to
like-
get that into
Yeah.
the fantasy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna come right on her
mouth.
tiny,
Oh my God, Jesus.
her 2-centimeter mouth.
I criticize as I remember doing that
Yeah.
long
dude.
ago. Back when you're more like
I miss
18.
my
or,
imagination.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah, it
gonna
was
lie,
crazy
dude.
back
I
then.
remember I could close my eyes and go to a corner 5 minutes. I'll be good. You know, nowadays it's like gotta get headphones. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I
It's
miss getting like going to Blockbuster Video and knowing a movie that has nudity in it, fast forwarding
Oh,
to the
yeah.
nude
Yes,
part,
to
pushing
it.
pause,
Oh,
and then
perfect.
jerking off
oh, wow.
through the like pause because it would also get
Why
fuzzy.
do you think they invented A/B repeat?
Have you ever seen
That
the
was
movie,
eventually-
the
There's just so
Brian De
people
Palma
could go to the
movie
nudes.
Body Double?
What's that?
What?
This movie called Body Double by
yeah.
Brian De Palma. It has
Okay.
Melanie Griffith in it, and it's about a guy who's set up to witness 2 people like getting together through a telescope, and then the guy kills her, and then he's set up
Oh,
to be
yeah.
a witness of it. But there's like a lot of like there's a part where they go into the underworld of the porn world to find this actress because he figured out that this actress was paid to be in it, and he wanted to find her. But anyway, he had to go in there and play a porn star. And anyway, there's parts in it where it's like
That's good.
parts in
There's
where I
good
would go-
pausing.
where I would
parts.
go to jerk off. To
Yeah.
it was like because I'd never seen any porn before, and I was like, "Well, it's crazy." It's crazy.
I also jerked off before I could come, so when I did orgasm, nothing
Oh.
came out, and I was convinced that I broke my penis the first time.
I remember
Yeah.
that. I remembered that because everybody
You were there.
came. Everybody came the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone had to do it.
Well, we got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, that right when is just before it gets too awkward.
Yeah.
No, it was good. This is a good podcast.
So for the layoff,
Yeah.
now we're gonna take a recommendation. We're gonna call Pizza Hut,
Yeah.
and
Okay. To get a.
I don't know. That's like
Stuffed
we're supposed to
crust?
become like a prank phone call show or something.
Oh, okay. Prank phone calls.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We call Pizza Hut and say, hey. No, we call Domino's and ask for.
Pizza Nut.
I'm gonna get a few local businesses to agree to a price to be our sponsor, and then I'm gonna lay it on them at the last minute. Tariff.
Yeah.
You know.
Show them a different podcast though when you pitch it.
Show them like a good podcast.
Yeah.
Like a really good one.
Something that
Yeah.
something that matters.
There isn't any.
in the fine print, like
I don't think there's
may
any-
not be the same
Yeah.
podcast.
I don't think there's no better podcast than this. They think this is the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good